What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another one of my videos. For this week's video, I'm going to cover 5 tips for making better travel videos. It's the time of year where everyone starts doing their My Year 2017 videos, and there are some really good ones, but I've been watching a whole bunch of them, and I've noticed quite a few things. So I want to talk about 5 different tips that I have to make better videos and more unique videos to help them stand out. My first tip is to use unique music. I've been noticing a lot of people putting out videos with Millennium tracks, and they've been doing it all year long. And I actually just put out a recent video talking all about music with a new Spotify playlist. But the easiest way to stand out is by using a unique song. You want to find a song that, like, when people are watching it, they're thinking like, oh, what's that song? I've never heard of it before. That's really what you want to make a unique piece that's really going to stand out. When you're using the same track as a lot of other people, it gets very competitive, and it's a hard way to stand out when people know the song right off the bat. So that's tip number 1, is use unique music. And that sort of leads into number 2, is to improve the sound design of your videos. I've been noticing a lot of videos too don't actually use enough sound effects to really make a convincing video. One of my favorite YouTubers, JR Ali, he has a whole video all about sound design that's really in depth, and you guys should really watch that if you're looking to improve your sound design. But what's so important about sound design is the purpose of these videos is to really convey a certain trip, an emotion, sort of a certain feeling through these videos. It can be happiness, sadness, whatever it is, but the best way to do that is not only through a good track or song to edit with, but also through all the added sound effects that really make it convincing. Sound effects can even be used for transitions as well, to help smooth transitions and make them less abrupt. So tip number 2 is improve your sound design. I personally think that you should spend just as much time working on your sound design as the rest of your edit, because it really helps bring your whole piece together, which is super important. Tip number 3 is upgrade your gear. People always talk about how you don't need the best gear to make a lot of these videos. Well, you're comparing the videos of Sam Colder and all these amazing artists that are shooting with an $8,000 Canon 1DX. It's hard not to sort of dream that you had their footage because of the camera that they have. Those cameras are really incredible, but upgrading your gear doesn't need to be expensive. At least I don't think so. Sometimes all you need is a nifty 50, so a 50mm 1.8, so you can get that super shallow depth of field that can really help give that cinematic sort of film style video that we're all looking for. For me personally, I shoot on a Sony a6300, which is by no means the best camera in the world, but it shoots very good video and takes really good pictures. What I've found the 2 best lenses for me are a 30mm 1.4 by Sigma, and then they just came out with a Sigma 16mm f1.4 as well for the Sony E-mount line. What's so good about these is it really gives that film video or that full frame look without the full frame cost. So just by investing a couple $100s in new lenses, you can really help improve the quality of your videos. So it's hard if you're on an iPhone, but even if you look into Moment lenses or something like that, that can really help up your game. Just by getting a few different lenses, they don't need to be crazy expensive. You can also look at vintage lenses as well. Those are super cheap, manual focus only, but can really give you a unique look. So gear doesn't have to be expensive, but definitely look at upgrading your gear if you're considering upping the quality of your travel videos. Tip number 4 I have is to travel. Now, I know this may sound stupid, but it's something that I've been noticing quite a bit, at least in my personal videos, is I don't actually go and travel too much. I just finished school, which I'm super excited about. Just graduated from university, but it really helps when you're going to unique places to really help make these videos as cool as possible. So finding unique scenes, unique locations, and different environments to shoot in doesn't always have to be a sunny day on a beach in Thailand. It can also be a super windy sort of mountain day with lots of snow and trees in the mountains. That's one thing that I've done personally quite a bit, is go to the mountains. I live fairly close to the Rocky Mountains here in Canada. It's only about 4-hour drive, so me and a friend or a couple friends will go and do a day trip or a weekend trip. So it doesn't have to be expensive. You don't need to go to Thailand or Hawaii or to Iceland or anything extensive. but just getting out of the city, unless you live in New York or LA or these beautiful European cities, which a lot of us don't live in, it really helps to get in nature and explore nature. But it doesn't need to be a destination location, but just getting out and shooting in nature is super important. So tip number 4 is to travel more and travel often. So that brings us to tip number 5, which is going to be improve your skill set. And that's both in terms of editing as well as in camera too. These cameras have a lot of features that a lot of people don't even explore. And I think it's super useful to actually know your camera inside and out, because that can really help you get better footage. It's not all about the editing. It's really about what you do in the camera, and then what you can do with that footage once you have it. So tip number 5 is improve your skill set. What I found to be the best to improve my skill set is using online tutorials such as Skillshare. There's lots of really good YouTube videos. For Final Cut, me and Ryan both have some cool video editing tutorials. For Premiere Pro, Kyler Holland is really good, and there's lots of tutorials out there. But there's so much on Skillshare, and that's really been the best place for me to find a lot of amazing tutorials to teach me how to learn Final Cut, how to learn Premiere, as well as to learn all about the filmmaking stuff in camera. So if you're unaware of Skillshare, it's an online learning platform with over 17,000 classes to choose from, and it ranges from photo, video, design, sort of anything you can think of, which is really cool. So if there's anything you need to learn, then Skillshare is definitely the place to go. If you want to look up someone for DSLR filmmaking, then make sure you check out Jordi Vandeput. He has a whole bunch of different tutorials all about DSLR filmmaking that are really useful if you're interested. If you guys use the link in the description for Skillshare, you'll be able to get 3 months for only 99 cents for the month of January. So you gotta sign up. You only have a couple weeks left to do so, but then you get 3 months for only $1. So it's definitely worth checking out, because there's lots of amazing tutorials that you can learn from. And what's cool about the premium membership is it gives you unlimited access to a whole bunch of high quality classes from real experts. I'm not an expert, I'm still a hobbyist, so if you want some expert tutorials, then definitely check out Skillshare. And it's also one of the most affordable learning platforms out there. An annual subscription costs less than $10 a month, which is really good. So that is today's video, guys. 5 tips for learning better skills to improve your travel videos. So I hope you guys can implement these in some of your My Year 2017 videos. If you do, send me a link on Instagram and DM me. I'd love to check them out, and I'll comment and support the best that I can. So thank you guys so much for all the support. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time.